Welcome to the meetup training today. Today, it's all about getting hired. So I'm Kaisa. I've been helping hundreds of experts to get hired by new clients, new employers. So whether you are looking for new work opportunities to work with the clients you really want to work with, or if you're looking for new employment. So how can I support you today? Ooh, my Facebook Live is having some problems, but welcome to join a live on Facebook as well. Here in the live training, I would love to see your faces if you can be on camera. So yay! So that I'm not talking myself, I'm keeping you muted, but I, of course, want to take your questions. Please put in the chat, where are you joining from? Because I know this is a global community and you're experts around the world. For the past years, I've been helping over 1,600 experts worldwide, which is so enriching. I've enjoyed a lot. And today it's all about how I can pour from my experience, but also guiding these experts, what I've seen, their struggles, the challenges, and mistakes, really the patterns and the pitfalls that people have, just because they don't know how or see the other opportunities, what's on the other side. So today is all about how can I help you to get hired by new clients, new employers, new companies. So here, if you're looking for employment or you're freelancing, also how to find those opportunities, or if you're an entrepreneur, also how to get hired by new companies or clients. So I would like to hear in the chat just to get an idea where you are, what are you primarily looking for, because I'm self-employed, but I'm also working as a freelancer for several companies. So of course, your income streams and career opportunities can compound from different experiences. So if you can put in the chat, are you looking for employment? Are you a business owner looking for new clients? So that's C. So if you can give me E or C. So I'll get an idea. And then, of course, I would like to take your questions, your challenges, whatever you're facing now. Okay, E and B. And yes, greetings to Finland. I am from Finland originally. Then I moved to London. I completely changed my life and career when I found my current husband. And now for the past few years, I've been working remotely, like I said, helping hundreds and hundreds of experts worldwide. So happy to see you here. I don't know what's wrong with the Facebook Live, but you'll get the recording from this session later on. Okay, let me just dive right into the 3 tips. So if this is your first time in these free live trainings, weekly trainings, this happens mostly on Thursdays this time, unless I'm traveling or something else happens. So I'm always sharing mostly 3, unless I have some bonuses, but 3 main strategies, 3 main advice, top advice, the strategies that I've gathered over 15 years in business development, brand marketing, career growth, and like I said, now as a coach and consultant helping others. So the first one to get hired is the approach that you have. I want you to take the focus out of yourself. And maybe this is obvious, maybe it is not, but take the focus out of me. When you're reaching out, when you're applying, when you're looking for new clients, take the focus off of yourself. Why and what to do instead? I want you to be focusing on them. Why I'm sharing this is that I hear many saying like, oh, it's challenging for me to market and sell my expertise. I don't want you to think about that. I want you to think about the opposite. The person or the company reaching your message that you're reaching out to. What is their mission? How are you interested in their mission? Who they are helping and how? And what kind of value you can bring to them. Of course, it's also about you and them, but it's not like, hey, I do this and that. Do you have some opportunities that I could help you with? I would take the first approach to be curious about them, edifying what do you love about their mission? How does it align with what you want to do in your career, in your business? Why are you reaching out? Why are you passionate about that? And then, so the first one, approach. This is especially for you if you feel challenging to reach out to people and be like, oh my God, I don't want to sell myself because that feels so unnatural, for example. Well, what if your approach was to be curious about the other person or the company, where they are, what kind of future they are looking for, where is their strategy going? Whether you're helping individuals, what is their vision for their future? Whether you want to help companies, what is the focus in their strategy? What kind of talents then they are looking for? And starting the conversation from there. How does that sound? Give me a thumbs up or a heart in the chat if you love this approach or you're willing to try it, at least. I can say that this has worked for me. Like I said, the mission, edifying their mission and expertise, and then being curious about them. I often reach out to people, let's say, for example, on LinkedIn. Thanks for the thumbs up. On LinkedIn, that I don't even put anything about myself when I put the personalized message. When I put the connection request, it can be something like, hey, Pia, I'm a fan of your mission. I would love to know more how you help other experts succeed in their career. Would love to connect. Cheers, Kaisa. Sometimes I put from the happiest country in the world so that it sparks a little interest, especially when I'm reaching out to US or somewhere else in Finland. So using that. But did you hear anything about myself? Of course, I'm reaching out that I'm in a similar mission, helping experts to succeed in their careers, for example. But I didn't say it there. I said, I would love to hear more how you help others succeed. Well, I'm often reaching out to other coaches, other entrepreneurs, other leadership professionals. So that works for me. So now you can just edit this message how it works for your situation. Okay? Let me move on to number 2, achievements. I see so many LinkedIn profiles, so many CVs, so many applications, so many offers when you're an entrepreneur. That doesn't include your achievements. What it is that you promised, what have you achieved so far? What kind of results? Very often I just see very vaguely that, hey, these are the tasks that I've been doing. I want you to focus on your areas of responsibility. What did you achieve individually or together with a team? Now, if we talk about your CV, for example, or LinkedIn profile, put your achievements there. Any tangible results will give the reader or the listener or whoever is watching you more. just more information. And instead of years, I have 15 years of experience in something. I did mention it here today, but I also said I have guided over 1,600 experts worldwide in the past 3 years. So that gives a little more scope that what I've been doing. Does it? Does this make sense? So instead of like years of experience, what have you achieved? It can be something overarching, like these experts I've been guiding in 5 different projects from my business and contracting, for example. Starting a community. It's from summits, trainings, individual coaching, group coaching, workshops, but in overall, over 1,600 today. So what are the tangible results that you can really say that, hey, this is what I've achieved? And like I said, it doesn't need to be you alone. When I was doing that brand marketing in my CV, I had something like responsible for the brand marketing for a 10 million euro business unit that I was, so it, obviously I wasn't bringing in the 10 million in-house alone. It was together with a team, but it gave a scope that, hey, I was doing brand marketing for a 10 million business unit. I also have customer satisfaction rates, or I have, for example, statistics from last year that 9 out of 10 job seekers got employed within 1 to 6 months working with me. So whatever your tangibles are, the metrics, I know that might sound like boring, but I would like you to think about something. Because now that I have the metrics from last year, for example, I can market that. And I think it makes me more credible career coach, for example, when I'm doing in some projects that I can say that I can guarantee impactful results within months, because 9 out of 10 got employed or self-employed within 1 to 6 months. I can stand by it. So especially if you feel like you want some confidence boost or you're uncertain, like what are my skills, what are my strengths, and what are my expertise? Look at the feedback you've received. What do people come ask for help? What references you have? What results you have? What you have achieved? They can be also individual projects, like I've successfully orchestrated 2 brand renewals for a 5 million and a 10 million business. Those are individual projects from my 10-year marketing career. Does it make sense? Who's willing to dig in and get some metrics to brag on? I know Finns are very bad at bragging at skills, but I see this worldwide, so it's not only us Finns. Okay. Can I get some hearts if you're wanting to boost your confidence, looking at your metrics and achievements? And if you want some support with that, I'm going to share a link afterwards that you can book a discovery. Very helpful to frame around achievements. Yes, because I have many clients who are, for example, pivoting, or they're wanting to do something new. So we are framing like, what can they do with their current skill set and expertise, but they are moving on to something new and want to learn something new. So what can you stand by? And like I mentioned, promise before, as a business owner, what can I promise for my clients that I can really comfortably say, this is what I'll promise? Of course, as a coach, it's a lot about the client and what kind of efforts they do. But I can, say that these are the results when people have put in the work. So it's not just fluff. You're not just making things up, but you can really look back. I think this is very key because very often we see what's missing, what hasn't happened yet. For my job seekers, like, okay, if you haven't nailed that employment yet, but what if you have gotten to interviews, you have stand out from hundreds of applicants, that are what I see now. Or if you're starting your business and you're going out there to look for potential clients and you get feedback, you get to conversations, it's already information for you. What can you use to then enroll, get hired? Well, and of course, this is the instant gratification, I guess. People are like, okay, I want to be there already and see yourself already there. But this is a step-by-step process. So if you can, enjoy every phase. I have learned so much over the years. And what I can say is that, yes, those no's hurt, but I'm not getting like stuck anymore. I'm not afraid to go out there because I know that I'm not the right coach for everyone. I want to help those who are ready and willing to take action to create what is impactful life and career for them. So I help them to become hired, sought after experts in their field. Get that confidence, get hired, whether it is the clients they want to work with or get employed. But first, you want to want it. Then I could support you. What is the promise that you can make? What is the added value that you can bring? Okay, let's go to the number 3. Follow up. I see so many people being passive and waiting. And I was there too. Because like I said, I had a marketing background. I was focusing on the marketing, but not really the follow-up, because I was used to lead generation, but not follow through the whole process. But this is also like when you're looking for new clients, new work opportunities. This is your life. This is your career. God damn it, do whatever it takes. Don't sit at home waiting like, oh yeah, I sent an application a couple of weeks ago. I haven't heard back. So what have you done to follow up, to know what's going on in their process? What can you do? Of course, you don't have everything in your control, but what you have control over, take action and do it. I hear so often that people are like, I don't want to bother people. I don't want to, bombard people with messages. I don't want to like give that impression. Yes, I understand that you don't want to scare people off or something like that, give a wrong first impression. But if your intention is to help them, can it go wrong? If you go there to ask, how can I help you? Let's discuss when. Oh, this is a bonus tip. So no closed questions. Do you need help? Yes or no. When is the right time for us to discuss? How can I support you? Then you're looking for an answer. When would be a good time for them? Not a yes or no. So framing from closed to open-ended questions. Okay? But when you're there wanting to help, and if you have all the skills and experience, it's people can't use it if you don't offer it. So I want you to shift the focus. If you've been passive, and you know this in your heart, if you have, like if you haven't done everything that you can to get that client, to follow up with them, to be active yourself, you know what to do now, or I will support you to come up with different ways to do it. Because I was also there. I thought like, okay, follow-up is 1 to 2 follow-ups. If I did that. But no, it's not. I have, for example, one corporation that I signed a year and a half later because of their organizational changes and everything happening. So I was consistently sending a follow-up. I was directed to different people and bing bonging and back here and there. Did I give up? No. Last year, that contract brought me about 20,000 euros. Was it worth waiting the 1.5 years to start with them? I would say yes. So, or if it's with clients, I have to sign up clients that we have connected a year before or 2 years before, and life changes. They have been employed, now they're looking for something new, or they are wanting to move abroad and start their business. A new situation come up. So how can you build a follow-up process? And I don't think it's bothering unless they really say stop. But in sales, and no, it says not right now. So I would also ask, when is a better time for us to discuss this further? Yeah, here's a comment so reaching out to the people, and if not, sending an email. And this is also in the follow-up. I would use many different channels because emails go to spam. So often I get more replies to the second email. Or I, for example, on top of that, use LinkedIn. One collaboration partner that somehow my emails always go to his spam. So I'm sending him a LinkedIn message like, hey, I sent you email. So what channels you can use? What is the best way for you to reach people? Yes, the phone call, especially if you're applying for work or it's a client, potential client, I would get into a conversation. Because in a conversation, you can discuss so much more and faster than emailing back and forth, for example. Of course, messaging or emailing is good at the beginning, for example, to set up a time for a call. But yeah, how can you get into those conversations? I want you to think about what is your target and what is your intention when you're going there. And again, I'm going back to the number 1, to being curious about the person, the mission, the company. Where are they heading? What do they see for themselves? Whether it's individual or a group of people. And then when you know your skills, your strengths, you can go into the conversation being like, okay, noticing the areas that where they want to grow or improve or do something, that if you have something to offer to them, like, hey, I actually know how to do this. So you can then spot the potential, the opportunities, what they are looking for, and what you can offer, and continue the conversation. Okay. Does this make sense for you guys? What is the number 1 area that you want to focus on from these? So first was the approach away from me and focusing on them. Thanks, I see thumbs up here. So hopefully you can take some actions right away and put it in the chat. Is it number 1 or is it number 2? The achievement, really going back. I know this is kind of looking backwards, but I want you to notice like, what have you achieved so far? What are the metrics? What are the tangibles? What is the feedback? And this will really boost your confidence as well. I believe so. It has mine. When I've seen the results that I've gained with my clients, their success is my success. I'm doing what I can to help them succeed. And oh my, has it been rewarding? Yes, it has. And 3 was the follow-up. So don't be just waiting for a reply. What can you do to go out there, ask those open-ended questions, be active, think about what can you do to advance it. I, for example, personally hate the situation when I'm not knowing or hearing. So a no is better than maybe or a silence. And yes is even better. But at least you know that, okay, it's a no, not yet. When is a better time? And then you can schedule the follow-up for that point. That's what I've been doing with my clients, and it is the process. And things happen in their life. Like I said, someone now just took my 3-year birthday, my company birthday special, and signed up now, and we are starting later because of her personal situation, and I wanted to support her to get better so that we can start. So then it's about building the relationship. Okay, so what it is, number 1, 2, or 3 that you want to focus on starting today to advance your chances of being hired, getting that new client or employment, what it is for you, where it is for you. If you're watching the replay, do comment below so I can see also, are you looking for employment or new clients, and which area you're wanting to focus on. Like I mentioned, I do have a few days left because this February is the birthday month of my LIVIO JOY, my business. So this year I went a little crazy and I put together this special to save up to $2,200 this year for your transformation. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, how can I support you to become hired, sought after expert in your field, so that you can serve more people and really have that impactful, meaningful life and career? I'm gonna put a link in the chat that you can book a discovery call if we haven't met before, and if I haven't helped you yet, this discovery call is complimentary. I offer it now because you're here in this call. And how can I support you to come up with a personal 3-step plan? So this is completely free. The session. Thank you for the comments. So book a call with me. There's limited sessions because I already have people booking in. So you can book the discovery call to get that personalized plan. And if it makes sense for us to see how we can work together, I can share you now the birthday special and how to save up to $2,000 this year for that, so that I'm funding that part for you, because I want you to fly, to skyrocket wherever you're heading. What is the next step for you? Okay. Next week, I was thinking of branding. So we'll continue on this topic, how to get hired, how to become a trusted, sought after expert. Hopefully this was helpful for you today. I would love to hear how it was helpful for you today as well. So that will help me to also come up with more content like this that can support you. So it was great to see you. I'm going to hop into a discovery call. So I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming here, watching the replay. I'm Kaisa and looking forward to seeing you again. Bye.